Next up here, we have Trump talking about why indicted candidates shouldn't run when speaking about 2016. In 2016 about Hillary Clinton. Now, we all know that hypocrisy is not a bug in the right wing, in the GOP, but rather a feature, and that being a totally blatant hypocrite is a requirement to be a major political figure in the GOP. But that doesn't mean that it makes it any less hypocritical, and it doesn't mean that I'm not going to call it out and expose it for exactly what it is. Just pure, blatant hypocrisy. Let's go ahead and look at this clip here from CNN, and I'll have some commentary on the other side.
Yeah, you can't serve effectively as president if you're under federal indictment for mishandling classified information. Donald Trump said that 6 years ago in 2016, and now he, of course, finds himself under federal indictment for allegedly mishandling classified information. And Donald Trump didn't just say this once. He said there's upwards of a half dozen times at the end of that 2016 presidential campaign after James Comey reopened that investigation into Hillary Clinton's private email server. Now, Trump did say this numerous times, saying there would be a possible constitutional crisis if Hillary Clinton were to be elected president. Take a listen to just a few of those clips that we found.
Wow.
We could very well have a sitting president under felony indictment and ultimately a criminal trial.
I'm just going to pause it for a second here, just to comment on, God, look how much better Trump looked in 2016. Dear God. His whole demeanor, his posture, the color in his face, just looks like a totally different person. He looks, nowadays, compared to just how he looked in 2016, looks really frail and really kind of not the best. I mean, wow. That's crazy. Anyways, let me rewind it here a little bit for you guys. Sorry about that.
Indictment and ultimately a criminal trial. It would grind government to a halt. If she were to win, it would create an unprecedented constitutional crisis that would cripple the operations of our government. She is likely to be under investigation for many years, and also it will probably end up, in my opinion, in a criminal trial. I mean, you take a look. Who knows, but it certainly looks that way.
So we did reach out to the Trump campaign, to his representatives, to ask about those old quotes, how he squares that with today, but we didn't hear back from them.
Well, of course, that very same allegation is what led to those famous lock her up chants, right, that he used so frequently.
They didn't hear back. Wow, shocker there, right? So, wow. Yeah, just totally blatant hypocrisy by Donald Trump, saying that there could be a constitutional crisis if Hillary was to be elected. But now what we're seeing is, I'm hearing arguments about how, well, even if Trump was indicted and was sent to prison and was in a prison cell, well, there's nothing stopping somebody in prison for running for president of the United States. And what if a person who's convicted of a crime and is serving their sentence in prison runs for president and wins? Then is a president able to then pardon himself of the crimes that he's been convicted of? That sounds like a constitutional crisis that anything involving Hillary pales in comparison to that potential constitutional crisis. And if Trump really gave a shit about the functioning of the government or keeping the gears turning in Washington, D.C., and we can't have a president that is in legal trouble because, oh no, the government's going to come grinding to a halt. Well, if he really gave a shit about that, then what he should do is drop out of the race right now. Because he is under much, much more serious potential legal trouble than Hillary was ever in. And it just goes to show how hypocritical Donald Trump is. The fact that he's certainly not going to drop out of the race, and the fact that anybody insinuating that he should is viewed as being a totally untangible, unrealistic solution to his whole legal issues. That would never even be entertained even for a second by the modern right wing, that Trump should drop out.